Okay, so I'm going to try to show you really quick how to cut out the shape used on this card today. I'm going to try to keep this pretty brief. So I've stamped my image, and I'm going to do 2 parallel cuts that are just straight. So one on this end. So I'm going to start out by making it 3/4 of an inch wide. Yep, that works. Actually, no, I'm going to make it a little shorter. So I'm gonna trim off 1/4 of an inch so that it is only 3 inches wide. To change my blade, huh? Or just clean my track. Okay, so now I want it to slant down. You see what I'm doing? I want it to slant down like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my corner just barely in the track, and I'm going to bring my other end over 1/2 inch. I'm kind of making this up as I go. I'm going to trim off just a little bit more because I didn't have that corner quite in the track. And I just want to make sure it's a straight edge and not something weird. Okay. So now I want to do that again, but I'm going to do it at the bottom, and I'm going to have it with the same angle. Okay, so the next step. So this corner is going to be in the slot, and this corner is going to be at 1/2 inch. And again, I didn't quite have that exactly where I wanted it. You can just see I have like a little, where it goes straight right here at the edge. So I'm just going to put it through again, and I'm lining it up with this lighter where the light and the dark meet. I'm going to line it up right there, and so that'll make my edge nice and straight. And then I have the shape that I want. And if you want it to be more of an angle, instead of line it up 1/2 inch difference, you can always line it up 3/4 of an inch difference. Okay, I wanted to show you really quick how to trim around the edges of this fairly simply. So I went ahead and glued my white cardstock with my teddy bear on a piece of Knot of Navy. And this Knot of Navy measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, but it's just a piece I grabbed. You don't need one that is quite that big. Probably 3 1/2 by 4 inches, or just a skosh bigger would be fine. So what I'm doing is lining the white up with this line here, and you can see when I close my guide, the white is lined up just with the edge right here. So I don't want to see any poking out into my cutting area, and I want it as straight as I can get it. That looks good. So now I'm just gonna cut that, and then I end up with about 1/8 of an inch border. So I'm just gonna do that all the way around. Well, on 3 sides anyway. One side I have glued flush to the edge, so I don't need a border around that edge, but the other 3 sides I do. So that looks pretty straight. And that one is straight. And there we go. Now we have a nice border around this, and it was very easy to make that happen. I hope that helps you. If you have a different way you like to do borders around funny shapes like this, be sure to share that with me. I would love to see how other people do it. Happy stamping!